Good day, everyone. 2 days ago, a news article came out in News 24 where they say that they will change their slogan. And I find this fascinating, and I would love to hold them to this slogan in future. And I reference News 24 quite often because News 24 is owned by the Naspers Group, who's run by Koos Becker, who's one of the four people that run this country. And Naspers, as you know, was a nationale pers, was founded by the Broederbond, and I don't need to say any more than that. So narratives and very specific purpose is the order of the day instead of independent journalism. And in this article that they put out, this editorial, they say a new slogan for News 24 in a new era of trust. A new era of trust, people. So think about what that means and what they're trying to tell the people out there. They say almost 24 years after the launch of South Africa's largest website, we are changing our slogan at News 24 to Trusted News First. The change from breaking news first may be typographically minor, but the intent behind it is enormous, and I fully agree with them. They are trying to tell you that you need to trust their news. Now, either they are going to start becoming independent journalists and not just regurgitate what is being pummeled to them, and I will hold them accountable to this in future as I look at their articles and rip them apart. By committing ourselves to this new slogan, we are making a clear break from a bygone era in which being first with the news was the most important currency for a digital news publication. And they actually admit how they went about doing things, which tells you that it had nothing to do with investigative journalism. And seeing them admit this is really awesome. You know, it's a good start to this trusted news situation, but I won't trust it just yet. In this old world of the internet where clicks alone reign supreme, too many mistakes were made and too much nuance was lost. They must be looking back over the past 2 years and think, we were absolute fools. And I would agree if they were thinking that. The clicks economy encourages publishers to value traffic over quality. I have to agree with them again, but I don't trust them yet at all. Those days are finally gone. Truth be told, they have been gone for a while at News 24. I disagree with that. You're still putting out garbage. Let's continue. The year 2015 marked the beginning of a major investment by Media 24 to build a quality digital newsroom for what was already the largest website in South Africa. And this is why they are the largest website in South Africa. They have been funded by Naspers with an very specific narrative in mind, and they have been laying out that narrative like you cannot believe. If you wanted to see what the narrative of the day would be, you just had to go to News 24 and you will see the narrative playing out. Over the past 6 years, we have almost doubled the size of our newsroom and introduced new, slower news streams to allow for the production of investigative journalism, analysis, opinion, podcasts, and documentaries in a fast news environment. So now they're claiming that they are starting to allow for the production of investigative journalism. Wowie. It's going to be interesting to see what the narrative of these investigative journalists are. Because you can be an investigative journalist just like someone that is said, go and find out where the dinosaurs came from, and you already know what your end goal is. You need to find out where the dinosaurs came from. Or maybe you are told, go and find out if the earth is heating up. And maybe you think in your mind, I need to find proof for the earth heating up. And in this case, who knows what narrative these investigative journalists are given. Let me continue. We appointed Professor George Claassen as public editor to keep a check on our standards and be a voice for our readers when we err. Well, let's look at his history and then you can determine for yourself how much of a job he's been doing. We grew our production team and added a slew of award-winning journalists to our politics, news, investigation, sports, and business desk. Now, winning an award as a journalist these days mean absolutely zero, nothing. When we launched a subscription service in late 2020, our promise to you, our readers, was that we would produce a consistent stream of quality journalism that keeps power to account. We cannot be prouder about the almost 50,000 of you who have already signed up to support our cause. Now, considering that they have over 10,000 people watching News 24, 50,000 subscribers is really a small amount of people. I am one of them because I need to make sure that I understand what they are putting out there all the time. Because of your support over the past 18 months, we were able to shine an investigative spotlight on Eskom, the State Security Agency Bosasa, KwaZulu-Bantu cult in KwaZulu-Natal, Steinhoff, Daybreak Farms, Rugby Boss Uriru, the killing of top cop Charles Kania, and the scourge of child abuse and grooming at high-end private schools. Now, I wish they would cover many other things, which would really make a difference, like the plight of homeless people in the country and how they are treated, especially in the city of Cape Town. In a world where the majority of digital advertising ends up in the pockets of the tech behemoths of Silicon Valley, we simply had to turn to our readers to help us build a sustainable future for quality journalism in South Africa. Well, they're talking utter rubbish because I was talking about buying my son a BMX, a fairly cheap BMX, a long time ago, and immediately, well, when I say long time ago, I mean a year ago, that BMX was all over the News 24 screen. So, no, you are still advertising based on AI listening to my phone because I did not say anything in front of my laptop. So, you are still connecting with all these cronies that are literally stealing people's information. And this is what Naspers does. I mean, this is what they specialize in. So don't come here with your holier-than-thou nonsense. We saw the success of international publications like, and this is very telling, the New York Times, Washington Post, Financial Times, The Globe, and Mail. Afton, Poston, and Expressen were their subscription offerings and decided to follow a model that would enable us to fund our journalism from advertising and reader revenue, much like the newspaper model of old. Today, only a few quality news publications globally have some form of subscription service. And then they waffle on about how many people actually watch them, etc. And I'll put a link to this article in the description below this video. Will News 24 offer trusted news? Up until now, there's not a single article where I don't see absolute bias. I have found neutral articles of people's opinion pieces in Independent Online, even in Daily Maverick, which is horrific, and many other publications. But in News 24, everything has an angle. Everything has got a script. So far, your words are failing you. I will see in future if you can turn this around, and I will hold you to account, just like I can be held to account for what I say in the public space. Thank you very much for watching this video, and if you like the content, then subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon to get notifications for new videos. Go and watch the Moments in Time and Question Everything series of videos in the playlist section. If you go to the playlist section, you'll find them there. Watch those videos so you understand what this channel is about. I'm really looking forward to seeing the people on the garden route this weekend, where we will be gathering together at what we call Freedom SA events, where people just have fun together in the sun. And I'm really looking forward to that. See you there. Till the next video.